Welcome to Comic Toy Reviews, and this is a review on Terrax, part of the Return of Marvel Legends. And here's the Build-A-Figure, completed, and you had to get 6 separate action figures that had the parts to build them. And when you got them all, you got this action figure, and it is really impressive and a great action figure. And this is the review on the character. Some background history. For those who don't know, Terrax was also called Terrax the Tamer. When they mentioned him, Hasbro, they never used the word the Tamer. Sounds like a lion tamer, or sounds like he would tame creatures in the wild. Anyway, he is a former Herald of Galactus, so he does have the power cosmic. And he is a bad guy. He's fought the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer, even fought Galactus. And if you look at the action figure, it does look good. And I'll show you the parts it has in terms of the action figures. If you got Hope, you had the head and the axe weapon. If you got Constrictor, you got the upper body area. If you got Steve Rogers, you got the lower body area. If you got Ghost Rider, you got both arms. If you got Claw, you got the left leg. And if you got Extremis Iron Man, you got the right leg. And when you get all the pieces together, you build this figure. So in a way, technically, he is free. Because it didn't cost you anything if you bought all the other figures. I would have bought all of the other figures anyway. Great action figure. He is bigger than the other characters. If you look at, for example, Iron Man in terms of size, or Steve Rogers, and even Thor, who is a huge character, he is a bit taller and bigger than Thor as well. For those wondering, the left hand, I'll go to the articulation in a minute, but that's a fist, and the right hand has an open grip, so only the right hand can hold his weapon. This will be my prediction, based on nothing really, but I think Hasbro will at some point reuse this mold to make other action figures. And I'll tell you why I could say that. If you look at this action figure, you know Hasbro likes to reuse sculpts to make other characters. And other than the head, most of this figure can be reused. The upper body here, this part, is just a plastic. And beneath the plastic, it covers a basic body mold. The arms here, this is painted on. This could be used, again, because it's a real plain basic body mold. Even if you get rid of the skirt here, the lower half of this body is very basic. Even the legs here, up to right here, is all basic. Up to right here. So if they just change the lower part here, and change this lower part, and you change the head, and the sculpt beneath this figure can be used again at some point to make another character. That's just my view on the situation, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do that. Before we continue with the Terrax review, I'm just going to show you the axe weapon. It's a huge cosmic style axe that he has. It seems pretty basic, the plastic, though. It doesn't look very... It's like a gray accent color. It would have been nice maybe if they could have added like some silver highlights in the blade area, or maybe some black shading, or maybe some silver type of coloring on it. It's a basic weapon in plastic style. The head sculpt is amazing. I like how the eye, one is a little bigger. You can see the teeth, and you can see that the eyes are actually colored silver and not white. It makes it just a little better. You can see from the forehead that he looks really angry. Sculpt wise is just amazing. It really stands out in terms of how it looks. This plastic piece, as I mentioned, can be removed. It's a separate piece. Same thing here. The lower skirt is just a separate piece here. He has some detailed belt area there. This part is painted on. It's not a sculpted detail. This area is sculpted, you can see by the boot. It's very detailed. And the feet are basic in style. But this is how he looks in the comic books. And articulation wise, side to side real well. Can go up and down. Is restricted a little bit by the upper body there, but you do get a nice range of motion. The ball jointed shoulders can go up and down, side to side. Real same here. Upper bicep articulation point. 1 point of articulation at the elbow, and that's all. You can't spin it side to side. Same here, it's just 1 point, but you cannot spin it side to side. The hand here, you can spin the wrist area, and you can go in and out. It has an open grip, and the plastic is soft, so you can put the weapon in his hand. Same thing here. Left hand is, you can spin the wrist area, and you can go in and out, but it is a closed fist. To put the weapon in his hand, you just basically have to put it in his hand area here, and the plastic goes around it, and that's how you get the weapon in his hand. Upper body has a ab crunch here, articulation, in and out, and side to side you can go, but it is restrained and limited because you're supposed to attach this part of the upper body costume to the belt area here. So by attaching that, it does restrain the articulation a bit in terms of how you can move the body area. The hip area is ball jointed, so you can go in and out easy, and you can go up and down. The sculpt really doesn't get in the way much in terms of that area, and he does have the upper thigh cuts, so you can spin that. He got the double knees. He has this area right above the boot. You can spin it 360. Nothing below the boot area here. That does not spin. And here's a surprise. The articulation here, look at this. He not only goes up and down, he has the ankle articulation. Look at that. Same here. Up and down. Ankle articulation. Side to side. Side to side. No toe articulation. Of all the characters in Wave 1 of the Return of Marvel Legends, Terrax is the only one that has this side to side articulation point. And last year at the convention they did mention that other figures would be getting this articulation point. Again, it is a really handy one and a good one to have as it adds a lot of posability. They are aware of the situation and they will be adding that to future figures. So that's good because that's one of those really good articulation points that they are using in the Marvel Universe scale. And it's good that they know the situation and are going to add that in the future. So that's the review of Terrax. He is the Build-A-Figure of Wave 1 of the Return of Marvel Legends by Hasbro. If you're interested in the other 6 figures and you get them, then technically he is free. It's a great figure, more impressive than I thought he would be. And it's great that the Build-A-Figure action figure concept is back and that they are using it in Marvel Legends. So that's the review. Thanks for watching and talk to you later. I am looking for the Silver Surfer and the Fantastic Four. Both shall feel the revenge of this axe.